Hi everybody, I'm Specialist Kate Huff. Welcome back to Cav Country. Today we're coming to you from Camp Buehring, Kuwait, where first team troops are training and climatizing themselves to the region. When it comes time to train, soldiers pile into buses that seemingly drive into the middle of nowhere. Specialist Charlie Mabe takes us out to the ranges and shows us how first team troops are preparing for the fight up north.
Well, the DSTB for the next 10 days is going through a training cycle where they will be practicing, rehearsing, and validating their procedures for small arms and for entry control point operations.
This particular training prepares troops for the instance the enemy attacks the entrance to a base with a car bomb.
The training ranges that they have here are so realistic and so close to the way the environment is in Iraq that it cannot be simulated at home.
All the practice here is live fire, meaning that first team soldiers get to react to real-world situations with real bullets.
249 gutters in a situation like this are very critical. The moving targets is something different that you really don't get back in the home station. So it's pretty good.
There's even a fake green car that rushes at the troops, simulating a homicide bomb.
Since you practice it, well, you'll be used to doing it, and then, when you go out there, you won't make as many mistakes. It was fun, I can say that.
Meanwhile, across the desert, first-team troops are training for inner-city missions. The skill they're learning today is close-quarters marksmanship.
Everybody shoot, 50, 100, 150, 200, 300, all the way out to 300 meters. Here it gets them a little bit up close and personal.
Close is right. Soldiers got as near as 20 meters to their targets. They also practice skills such as running and firing on an enemy who's behind you.
It's like shooting like gun smoke, something like that.
But the close quarters action can have some unpleasant results. Hot spent shells ejecting from a weapon can inadvertently end up going down your teammate's collar.
He's got a perfect casing, look at this.
But it's all good. They're more to show off to your friends than anything bad or overly painful.
Getting burned is part of the deal.
Reporting from the ranges near Camp Buehring, Kuwait, I'm Specialist Charlie Mabe, 1st Cavalry Division.
Specialist Mabe also took a ride with a first-time deployer who was going through convoy training in the Kuwaiti desert. Here's what he learned.
Hi, I'm Private First Class Raymond Uzzolino. I'm from Cav Country CB Detachment, Division Special Troops Battalion, and it's going to be my first convoy.
This will be PFC Uzzolino's first time in Iraq, but he's not there yet. Right now, he's going through convoy training in the desert near Camp Buehring, Kuwait.
I'm Signal, so I'm do retrans. So I'm going to be doing retrans when we get there.
As a communications man, Uzzolino doesn't anticipate being in many convoys once he gets in country.
Most likely not, but you never know.
The young private joined the Cav just this year. 5 months ago, he was still in basic training.
From New Jersey, born and raised. Joined the Army after I graduated high school. Originally, I was going to join for plumbing because I knew plumbing, but then when I went to the recruiting station, they were talking about Signal. I thought it sounded good, and it could actually be a future job when I get out.
Back home, across the river in Manhattan, Raymond Uzzolino has a girl waiting for him. Her name is Rose.
She's nice, outgoing, all good stuff. Probably going to get married when I go back.
This training's teaching him how to keep him safe, making sure he can return home to see Rose. Things like how to identify a roadside bomb and how to deal with the citizens of Iraq's capital city. Skills that can help put his mind and his parents' mind at ease.
I called them the other day, but it was still really early morning. They were just, making sure everything was okay. Of course, parents always worry about, going to Iraq, but it's not that bad, so.
Training like this is an essential weapon in the fight to keep troops safe, and it gives troops like PFC Raymond Uzzolino the confidence that everything's going to be okay. Reporting from Kuwait, I'm Specialist Charlie Mabe, 1st Cavalry Division.
Remember, one of the reasons soldiers spend time in Kuwait before heading up to Iraq is to get their bodies used to the arid region. Specialist Mabe gives us this look at climatization.
Climatization means more than just getting used to the desert heat. For a soldier to get their body acclimated to the region, there are several hurdles to clear. The first is sleep.
Once you can get into a sleep pattern, your body is well rested and easier to start the acclimatization process. I would say it would take at least a week if they started here. It can take less time if they start sooner, and they can start before they even deploy.
But just getting your internal clock adjusted isn't enough. The second part of the equation is nutrition.
Eat a well-balanced meal. Get your fruits and vegetables, your fibers, your starches, that kind of stuff. Don't overindulge. Out here, a normal diet should be 2,000 calories for most people. If you're stressing your body and going to the range, you should probably increase that to at least 3,200 calories per day. The biggest challenge that they're going to face is they're going to get here, they're going to be tired, they're going to feel like they're not hungry, and they're not going to want to eat. They're going to start feeling nauseous, they're going to start feeling weak. They have to force themselves to eat. If they don't, they're just going to start getting worse. The nausea is going to turn into vomiting, and then they're going to get dehydrated.
So there you go. Get plenty of sleep, eat right, drink plenty of water, and you're on your way to a happy, healthy deployment.
And now it's time for a look at the man on the street.
Hi, I'm Army Private Jeff Ledesma here at Camp Buring. I walked around and asked soldiers what they did with their time here. Here's what they had to say.
We went on a convoy live fire for a few days, and today we have an EST training. Other than that, nothing. Going to MWR, enjoying Taco Bell.
Going to the MWI, watching football games, playing spades, dominoes.
Getting my gear ready. Pretty much, we haven't really had too much downtime. We've been running to the ranges and stuff like that. We're getting ready to go out on another range for 3 days. So just make sure everything's ready, make sure all my soldiers are ready.
And that's the word on the street. Back to you, Specialist Huff.
Thanks, Private Ledesma. Now, when soldiers are done training, they have a little bit of downtime on their hands. So Specialist Charlie Mabe set out across Camp Buring to find out what life was like for first team troops passing through. Specialist Mabe?
Welcome to scenic Camp Buring, Kuwait, an oasis on the road to Iraq.
Beautiful weather.
Actually, it's not as bad as all that. There's a lot of stuff for soldiers to do here, and you don't even have to leave your bunk.
My partner threw down he's got the high card right now.
No, he doesn't, because our partner just threw down a spade.
Okay.
Heck, you could even get a haircut here.
I enjoy bringing smiles to people's faces. He's going to get up, he's going to feel like $1,000.
Oh, yeah. $1 million. Worth every penny.
There's a whole other world out there outside of the hooch. Come on, I'll show you. Camp Buring is a lot like a theme park. Anywhere you want to go, there's a line. There's a line for laundry. There's a line for coffee.
Oh, the donut was great. It was really good. Not Krispy Kreme or anything, but it was pretty good donut.
There's a line at the phones, but no line for ice cream. I guess ice cream's just too melty to be a high-demand item in the desert. Where you'll find most soldiers, though, is in the line for chow.
It's all the same. I really don't have a favorite. I probably got to say the steak is the best.
The Camp Buring dining facility offers a wide variety of tantalizing treats, from burgers to steaks, even do-it-yourself salads. They've got it. Or you can concoct it.
We got steak, potatoes, and mixed vegetables.
Taco, shell, salsa, cheese, jalapenos.
Whatever's fast, convenient, and you got time for, take it, roll with it.
The shops at Buring offer things for discriminating tastes, like these stuffed camels, or this $2,200 padlock for when your duffel bag needs a little extra bling. And for those troops who want to improve upon their physique, the gym offers running machines, weights, even an automated rock wall so you can show off to your friends. And after a full day of training, shopping, and eating, there's nothing like relaxing at the movies. Or kicking back at the Palms, Camp Buring's MWR tent.
I think it's good entertainment for everybody. They can sit back, relax, enjoy, check out movies, check out books. So it's a good break away from the barracks.
And if that's not enough, there's a full-service USO as well.
I like to come here and sleep instead of sleeping on that cot. Their couches and lounges are real soft and plush, and they don't wake you up and tell you to leave.
So Camp Buring, Kuwait is like a small oasis on the road to Iraq, a place for training, and also a place to kick back and relax when the training is done. I'm Specialist Charlie Mabe, 1st Cavalry Division.
Well, that's all for Cav Country for now. Join us again next time when we'll be reporting from Iraq, bringing you stories of first team troops from the front.
That's right, Specialist Huff. Hi.
I'm Master Sergeant Dave Larson, the Public Affairs Supervisor for the first team. A little more than a year and a half ago, our broadcast staff brought you Cav Country every week from right here in Baghdad. We're ready to do it all over again with the help of Fort Hood's own 7th Mobile Public Affairs Detachment. We'll give you a glimpse of what it's like over here, but more importantly, highlight the people who make up the first team. You can catch Cav Country on KNCT TV every Thursday night at 7 o'clock, or if you miss us there, check us out on the web at www.cavcountry.net. There are thousands of characters in the first team. I'm just one of them. Check us out. And go Packers.